The steakhouse scene is more competitive than ever, with some chains raising the bar and others, well, barely making the cut. So which ones are worth your time and which should you avoid at all costs? Stick around in this video as we go through the top 5 and bottom 5 steakhouse chains of 2025. Let's kick things off with the bottom 5 steakhouses, and coming in at the very bottom, Saltgrass Steakhouse. Saltgrass Steakhouse loves to present itself as a great spot for steak lovers, serving up hand-cut certified Angus and fresh from the oven bread. Sounds delicious, right? Well, not always. Plenty of diners walk in expecting a flavorful, expertly cooked steak, and instead walk out disappointed. One of the biggest issues with this steakhouse is the steaks. Some come out overcooked, others under-seasoned, and overall, there's just a lack of that juicy, mouth-watering flavor you'd hope for at a steakhouse. And if you think swapping out a side or adding something extra in isn't a problem, think again. Those little menu changes can rack up unexpected charges, making the bill a not-so-pleasant surprise. As for the atmosphere, Saltgrass aims for cozy Texas charm, but depending on the location, it can feel more outdated than inviting. While some spots deliver good service, others struggle with the long waits and sluggish staff, damaging the whole experience. Now, to be fair, it's not all bad. People rave about the bread and appetizers, and when the service is on point, it can be a decent meal. But with so much food quality and pricing inconsistency, it's definitely the bottom 5 for a reason. And just one above that, we have Sizzler. Once upon a time, Sizzler was the go-to place for a budget-friendly steak and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. It had a simple charm, no frills, just a decent meal at a good price. But over the years, that charm has faded, and what's left is a steakhouse that struggles to keep up with modern expectations. And their steaks are one of their biggest letdowns, as they often come out overcooked, dry, and lacking the rich, beefy flavor you'd hope for. And even the famous salad bar is not the fresh and vibrant spread it once was. Many customers complain about wilted greens, questionable toppings, and a stale selection that doesn't justify the extra cost. And cleanliness is another issue that keeps popping up in reviews. From sticky tables to unkept buffet areas, some locations have a hard time maintaining a polished and inviting dining scene. Add in outdated decor and hit-or-miss customer service, and you've got a recipe for disappointment. Still on the bottom 5, we've got Hoss's Family Steak and Sea. This steakhouse might be a regional favorite, but it's definitely not winning any awards for top-notch dining. The steaks are often tough, bland, and lacking that melt-in-your-mouth quality that makes a good steak great. Add uninspired sides into the mix and you've got a meal that just doesn't hit the mark. The salad bar isn't any better. Many customers complain it's frequently understocked, leaving you with a less than stellar selection to work with. And if you think the food might make up for it, think again. Service is where Hoss's really falls short. Mistakes with orders are common and the staff often come off as uninterested or disengaged, making for a frustrating and dull experience. Sure, Hoss has its loyal customers, but for many, it's hard to look past the tough steaks, lackluster sides, and service issues. What was once a solid family dining spot now feels like it's stuck in a rut, struggling to keep up with modern dining expectations. Which brings us to the next contender on this list, Logan's Roadhouse. Logan's Roadhouse might promise you a taste of Southern-style comfort, but more often than not, it delivers a whole lot of inconsistency. For a place popular for its steaks, it's disappointing to hear that many customers face chewy cuts of meat that disappoint. The slow service doesn't help either. Long waits and inattentive staff can leave diners feeling more frustrated than satisfied. Let's not forget about cleanliness. Some locations are seriously lacking in this department, with sticky tables and dining areas. Coupled with the chain's tendency to push upselling, it starts to feel more like a sales pitch than a relaxing meal out. And the atmosphere is chaotic, to say the least. It can often feel loud and cramped, turning what should be a cozy dining experience into a bit of a hassle. Logan's Roadhouse might once have been a go-to for casual dining, but these days it's become more trouble than it's worth for many. And speaking of steakhouses that are more trouble than they're worth, Outback Steakhouse takes the top spot as the worst offender. Outback Steakhouse used to be a go-to for casual dining, a place where you could count on a decent steak and a laid-back atmosphere. But these days, it's more of a what happened situation. Many customers complain about steaks that are either oversalted or totally under-seasoned, leaving the meat tasting more like a salt lick than a satisfying meal. The side dishes don't do much either. They often feel like something straight out of a pre-packaged box without any real flavor or freshness. Service is another major problem, with staff often overwhelmed, slow, and just not up to par. It can get frustrating when you're paying for a meal that doesn't quite hit the mark and then have to wait even longer to get it. To make things worse, Outback's prices have been steadily climbing while their portion sizes shrink. All these make you wonder, are you really paying for the quality or just for the name and the Outback experience? Now, while the steakhouses we've covered so far leave a lot to be desired, the next 5 on our list are in the top 5 for a reason, starting with Smith & Wollensky. This steakhouse is one of the best steakhouses, and for good reason. Popular for its dry-aged USDA prime beef, this high-end chain delivers consistently superb steaks that steak enthusiasts dream about. The 28-ounce porterhouse and the bone-in ribeye are fan favorites, offering juicy, tender cuts that are always seasoned and cooked to absolute perfection. But it's not just about the steaks. Smith & Wollensky also offer really great seafood options. The combination of top-tier meat and seafood puts this steakhouse in a league of its own. What really sets Smith & Wollensky apart, though, is its service and ambiance. The classic fine dining atmosphere is both luxurious and welcoming, perfect for special occasions or just a night of indulgence. The waitstaff are knowledgeable and attentive, ensuring a smooth, memorable experience. While the price tag is certainly pricey, the quality of food, service, and overall experience makes it one of the best choices for those looking for a true steakhouse treat. Moving on to another top contender in the top 5, we've got Mastro's Restaurants. This modern upscale steakhouse brings together the best of fine dining with a lively nightlife style vibe that's perfect for those looking to celebrate. Mastro's is famous for its USDA prime steaks, which are always cooked to perfection, and their seafood towers are fresh, luxurious, and great for sharing. But that's not all. The legendary warm butter cake is a must-try. We'll have you coming back for more. While Mastro's does come with a hefty price tag, the experience is absolutely worth it, especially if you're out for a special occasion or just want to enjoy a night of great food in a vibrant setting. The atmosphere is fun and upbeat, making it a perfect place for big nights out where you can indulge, celebrate, and enjoy some top-tier dining with a side of fun. Next up in the top 5, we've got Gibson's Bar and Steakhouse. Here you get massive portions and bold flavors. This steakhouse delivers a hearty dining experience that's hard to beat. The main attraction is the Gibson's prime Angus steaks, especially the famous 22-ounce bone-in ribeye. It's juicy, tender, and full of flavor, definitely a must-try for any steak lover. And if you're in the mood for something extra, the crab bisque and colossal desserts elevate the meal to another level. The vibe at Gibson's is also fun and welcoming, with friendly personal service that makes you feel right at home. However, be prepared for long wait times on busy nights, as this popular spot tends to fill up fast. But once you're seated and the food starts coming, the wait will be totally worth it. Winding down this list at number 2, we've got Morton's Steakhouse, a classic American favorite with over 70 locations worldwide. Known for its high-quality USDA prime wet-aged steaks, Morton's offers a premium dining experience that's hard to beat. The steak selection is exceptional, with the porterhouse for 2 being a standout favorite, alongside top-tier seafood like lobster bisque that complements the meat perfectly. Let's not forget the indulgent hot chocolate cake, which is a fan favorite that never disappoints. While Morton's leans towards a more formal vibe, which may not be for everyone, it's the perfect place if you're after premium steak and polished, attentive service. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion or simply want to enjoy a top-notch meal, Morton's delivers on both flavor and atmosphere. It's no wonder it's earned its top spot as one of the best steakhouses around. And saving the best for last, we've got Fogo de Chão, our pick for the best overall. This Brazilian steakhouse offers a unique dining experience different from the rest. The star of the show is the endless parade of flame-grilled meat served tableside by skilled chefs who carve each cut right at your table. Whether you're in the mood for tender picanha, juicy lamb, or a variety of other savory options, there's no shortage of mouth-watering meats to enjoy. But it's not just about the meat. The market table buffet steps things up with a selection of fresh cheeses, salads, and classic Brazilian sides, giving you plenty of options to balance out the rich flavors of the meat. It's a full sensory feast that keeps you coming back for more. This place is perfect for steak lovers who want variety, quality, and a bit of excitement all in one meal. If you're after the ultimate steakhouse experience, these 5 spots won't disappoint, but Fogo de Chão, well, it's the top choice for a reason. That's all for this video on top 5 and bottom 5 steakhouse chains in 2025. Do you have any reviews on these steakhouses based on personal experience? Let us know in the comments section and enjoy our other videos.